The Power Hour goes live at 8 a.m., and that is what the time is right now, 8 a.m., KFAN.com/watch. It's powered by Quantum Fiber, your world unleashed.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning, Abba Dabba. Good morning, everybody. Hope you're having a good Tuesday morning. And tune in. Take a look at us.
Did you eat your breakfast?
Well, not yet.
No, we don't really eat breakfast here.
No.
None of us are healthy.
I was just telling these guys over here, because we were listening through those. I swear to you, man, my memory's terrible, as we all talk about all the time, right?
All of us are.
But I can remember that so clearly, and it feels like yesterday. That little girl sitting in that studio with those giant headphones on, doing these drops.
Good morning, Sledgy.
And what was she, about 4-ish or something?
Yeah.
And now she's a senior in college, waking up in Winona. Just got back from New York City, a trip she went on by herself. She's 22 years old. So, time flies.
Our
That's all
kids
I'm
have
saying.
a way of reminding all of us that how fast time goes. And I was reminding it when I was talking to Nick about it, because I was watching Killing Some Time in my hotel room. When Jurassic Park came on, I remember going to see Jurassic Park in order to give Nick clearance to go and see it. 1994?
3, I think. But
93,
yeah,
94, whatever it was.
Yeah.
So he was like 8 years old, 7, 8 years old. I was saying, I don't know if it's too violent for him. I went, he'll love this movie.
Yeah.
It's a learning experience.
But, that's exactly what you had to do, maybe
Yeah.
selfishly as a parent, going, I'll go watch this movie by myself. This is a good idea.
Yeah.
And Sauce, every parent will tell you this, and it's impossible, though, while you're going through it. Everybody will tell you, try to live in the moment with a newborn, right, or a kid, because it goes too fast. But when you're in it, and you're drowning, your wife's drowning, everybody's like, ugh. It's so hard to just be like, yeah, but I'm never going to get these moments back. It's very difficult to do that in the moment.
Especially in one night, Marnie, seems like it's 3 weeks if you have one of those.
When you haven't
one,
slept.
One night with Marnie feels like 3 weeks.
She just rocks your world.
I think that was taken out of context.
Yeah.
That's about your smile?
I know, she even had it right all the way back then.
She's still asking.
Yeah.
Although that was a rough time in my life, too. 20s were rough.
Yeah, man. Abigail's
Anyway.
almost the age you were when I met you.
Good point.
Wow, man.
And you were with me the day she was born.
Man.
And I don't mean with me, but
Yeah, he went to the
I
hospital.
just interned,
do that.
3 months
that's right.
earlier.
I did.
Just started interning.
How about that?
That's sweet.
So, Sauce, the point is Paul Jeffrey Lambert II is going to be 30 years old before you know it.
Yeah.
I mean, you're not going to live to see it, but he's going to be 30 in a heartbeat.
No, I'll
And
be
Kel and him.
75 when he's 30. 72.
Is that right?
Yeah.
I mean, one of those two is right.
70-something.
Oh, my name's Corey. Yeah, I'll be 72.
you'll be
30 years
fine.
from now, I'll be
You do
72.
always say that, Corey.
I know, that's one of my classic lines.
Being never did.
My name's Gloria.
I just can't wait till my brother takes Paul Jr. to a rated R movie when he's 5 years old, like my Uncle Peter did when I was 5.
Oh, man.
We saw Major League in the theater.
You said don't
that must have been-
Guilty as charged
must have
over
been
here.
awesome.
And my
though,
dad
for you.
okayed it. He's like, take him. Every other word is the F word in that film.
Good morning, Sergeant Creasel.
Aww.
Sergeant Creasel.
Good morning, Teabag.
Teabag?
We had an intern we called
Yeah, we didn't
Teabag.
intern.
Let me guess. Star came up with that? Teabag? You heard your 4-year-old say teabag?
No, she doesn't know what that is.
Yeah.
Hopefully she doesn't know now.
She thought it was a bag of tea.
I'm glad I wasn't around back then. They were just handing out nicknames, terrible nicknames left and right.
Well, the best is Star to have all show, and then he'd just go, you're smelly. And we'd be
Good
like,
morning,
okay.
Rufus.
Oh, yeah.
Worthless, yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Marshall.
Marshall, yeah.
Oh.
I think he just got his law degree.
That sounds right.
Yeah, he did.
And he once had O.J. Mayo's TV.
And he would tell us about every day.
All right. Should we do Fan 5? Let's go around the room and learn
Everybody
something.
love each other.
Yeah, everybody be nice.
Abs.
Sauce, I'm going to be nice to you the rest of the segment because Abs told me to.
Oh, that's nice. Abs, you should say that every segment,
Brought to you
please.
by Builders and Remodelers.
Thanks, Builders and Remodelers.
Thank you.
Marnes, the Wolves do host Dallas tonight. 6:30.
They do.
The Timberwolves are 2-1. Dallas played last night against Utah. They did win, but they're
somebody
coming off a
fell.
back-to-back. Julius Randle in the opener, widely criticized for being lazy and not looking like he wanted to play. He's been great the last two. DiVincenzo shot 1 billion times on Saturday, but lit that Target Center crowd up. People seemed super pumped that he was launching deep threes. I think the fans like the new guys. Let's see if that continues tonight against Dallas.
That's great.
Fans loved him. Julius Randle was introduced before actual introductions. There's always a guy at the first game of the season that sort of addresses the crowd. It has been Karl Anthony Towns for the last, 8 years, 6 years, something like that. I know he played for us for 9. I get that. And it was Julius Randle. And he took the mic and people roared and gave him a standing ovation before he even said a word. That's how much they want to love him.
Right.
And want him to fit everything that we have these hopes about. And then he played great.
And so did DiVincenzo. And again, they're loving him as well.
Yeah, exactly.
Are you a little surprised, despite the 2-1 start, that Shannon and Dillingham have played 0 total minutes in 3 games?
Not shocked. I would guess it was in Chris Finch's plans to play them a little, but I think when you lose the first game, first of all, you're just playing from behind the entire time and trying to figure something out. You're not going to put new guys in. I think it's just been circumstantial. I'm not surprised at Rob Dillingham, mostly because the role that he needs to play, he's got to be ready for it. And it's not really a throw him into the fire kind of thing. I don't think Chris Finch intended his rotation to be this tight. But even against Toronto, when we were up 20 points, it ends up being a close game in the end. There's not a lot of room to give guys a lot of minutes. Even Joe Ingles had 6 minutes, I think, and he's a rotation guy.
He's not perfect.
Luka Garza has not played.
Yes, and he had a terrific preseason.
He did. There's just not room right now. There will be. Every team has injuries. Yep. Every team has guys that have to sit out for a reason or another. I'm not worried about it, Corey. Am I surprised? A little bit, but it's been 3 games. We've played 3 games, and there's a lot of figuring out yet to do.
It's way more real now.
It sure is.
Yeah, I mean, PJ's right.
You got that right.
It's a little bit like Dallas Turner, though, when it comes to Dillingham. It's like if you're drafted that highly, there's a lot of talent in front of you. Excuse is probably true, but it's still like, but shouldn't you be good enough to at least force the hand of the coach? I think your comeback is the right one. It's like, it's 3 games in. I got to probably slow down and just let's give him a weaker. But if we're a month in and he's played 0 minutes, then I'm like, what the hell's going on here?
Good luck.
So hopefully it's just a 3-game thing like
just
you're talking about.
Just to get his feet wet a little bit to understand what the NBA game is all about. That would be nice. Just 5-6 minutes.
I'd rather have him not fail, but I'd rather have him get those hard minutes in November and December so he can actually be a factor in May. That would be fantastic if Dillingham was a scoring threat come playoff time.
I mean, he came off the bench for Kentucky. I think he only started 2 games.
I think it was 1.
But that's also like Coach Cal's bit
he's got a lot to work on.
Yeah. They're loaded. I mean, the Arkansas team he has now is loaded, and that's just what they do. It's 7 guys that want to go to the NBA, and they all play, but they all kind of rotate in who starts and whatnot.
And maybe the G League is a great place for Dillingham, too, to get some reps and speed.
The 8th overall pick would be a tough spot to send the 8th overall pick to the G League.
Well, that does suck.
He's pudgy.
For a couple of ramp up rhythm, he hasn't played basketball except in practices.
It doesn't sound like a demotion. It's just an opportunity to play. I mean,
get your wheels under you.
Yeah.
It's a smear.
I mean,
I'm not saying spend the season there. Yeah. Absolutely not.
No.
Yeah, it's over.
Here's a story everybody who's been waiting 3 hours for, but Paolo Banchero scored 37 in the first half last night. Yeah. He finished with 50 against the Pacers, but 37 in the first half. Orlando won 119-115 over the Pacers.
That's a good team.
And
37.
He's a real deal, really good player.
He was a guy that until draft day, he wasn't going to be the first overall pick. I forgot.
He's pretty good.
Who they were going to take, but
Chris knows.
Yeah, Hawk. Who were they going to take?
Randall Cobb.
Randall Cobb.
Yeah, Tex Randall Cobb. You remember him.
Yeah.
Yep. But he decided to go into acting.
Yep.
Acting?
Yep. He said,
"Sayonara, suckers."
That's him.
Freddie Freeman has hit a home run in 5 straight World Series games, dating all the way back to 2021 when he was with the Braves. But he's hit a home run in all 3 of this World Series, all 3 games. Dodgers
doesn't
won.
matter.
Yes, it does.
Pat, listen.
The Dodgers won 4-2 over the Yankees to take a 3-0 series lead. They're one win away from winning the title.
That's a lie.
Nope, that is accurate. Game 4 is tonight at Yankee Stadium. They could wrap it up tonight.
Could be over. Everyone's expecting a 7-game series. In a restaurant/bar on Saturday night? Yeah. No, Friday night when Freeman hit the grand slam, walk-off grand slam, and it was mayhem. Just to see that happen. It was a pretty cool moment. But I think we expected more of that kind of a game. And now, the Dodger pitching staff has just shut down Aaron Judge and everyone. And it's, depressing for Yankee fans to wait this long to get back in the World Series, and they might be over tonight.
Yeah.
Come on. Wait this long? How many years has it been?
Millions and millions and millions.
For them, it's a long time.
Exactly.
It's been over a decade for them. So that's a long time for Yankee fans to wait.
Yeah.
In perspective, man.
It is perspective, yeah. Been a bad run in New York lately. All the teams are,
Now, Liberty did all right.
well, they cheated.
Well, that was rigged.
Yeah,
I stole it.
Guardsy.
We'll ask Melissa Collier all about that on Friday when she plays initials.
The Jets are done. The Giants are done.
It's over.
Mets are done.
Carl Anthony Towns fouled out, and the Knicks lost at home last night. It's
in the
Yankees are going to get swept.
In the 2024 postseason, Aaron Judge is hitting 140.
No.
He has
Thanks.
2 home runs. He has struck out.
It's 2 more than us.
He's been awful. I think in the World Series, he's hitting sub 100.
He struck out 20 times in 12 games.
Yeah, that's how your legacy is cemented, too. It's
really bad. It's honestly and I like Aaron Judge. It's one of the worst postseason performances in any sport in American team sports history.
You can't get out of it either. You just cannot.
I bet they don't take it out on him in New York. I bet.
Oh, I'm sure.
I bet they take it real nice.
It's very easy.
It's the worst thing New York has seen since Sabrina Ionesco's Game 5 . Which was
that was
1 for 19.
That was way worse.
That was
Aaron Judge looks like an all-star.
Bad. Yeah. Anyway,
it could all turn around tonight, though. You guys know how baseball is.
Yep.
The script is in.
The script is ready.
Yeah.
By the way, when I started that sentence with "It's the worst thing New York has seen since," did anybody?
Yeah,
get a little nervous.
I puckered up a little bit.
I did.
Yeah, sure
not
did.
quite.
Puckered a little bit.
Yeah, but I know you're not an idiot.
No.
Thank you, Paul.
That's nice.
Thank you.
Very nice.
That was such a
Wow.
nice thing to say.
Come on now.
You're welcome, Steve.
Paul,
Yeah.
I like how your pink, purplish, whatever color sweatshirt you have on matches your hat.
Yeah, and this hat was actually Dark Star's hat.
And you somehow bought a sweatshirt that has the exact same color scheme to
That looks
match
tremendous.
Yeah, thank you, Marnes.
I think you look very average.
That's okay.
it. It looks like a nice fit, as the
Thank you.
kids say.
Thank you.
Maybe a flight fit, right? That's what you would wear on an airplane. It looks comfortable.
Yeah.
He doesn't fit
I
on
wear
an
this all
airplane.
the Oh.
That's kind of mean, Chris, by the way.
I tried to
Thank you.
You're welcome,
compare
Paul.
my shirt color to Sas's shirt color when we were both walking out of this room during the commercial break. And so I put my arm out like this to kind of look at my little purpley shirt and his. And he went like this. Charmed.
Yep.
And I said, I'm not trying to take your arm. I'm trying to compare the color.
I thought I was supposed to walk Marnie to the break room like a gentleman.
I mean, semi-similar shades, but obviously you got yours at Shields and he got his at Ann Taylor. Oh, man, I didn't even last the whole segment. Damn it. Sorry, Abs.
Ann Taylor.
That's a women's clothing store.
Who else goes there?
Chris, to buy
Hawk, don't you love
clutches
blouses from there?
Yeah, I mean, they have guys' clothes in there.
No.
Yeah, they do.
No.
Don't they?
No, they don't.
Taylor?
They do.
Wait, you've shopped at Ann Taylor?
Yeah.
It's not
Ann Taylor is a ladies' store.
It's not Dan Taylor.
They don't just have ladies' clothes
Why
in
have
there,
you
though.
gone into Ann Taylor? Women's clothing is the tagline
Yes,
of the
of course it
website. Why have you gone into an Ann Taylor?
Because I like to party.
There's no men's clothes.
He needed a new wallet.
Yeah. Yeah. I've gone through the whole website.
Wait. In the last 20 seconds, you went through the entire website of Ann Taylor.
Not anywhere does
All
it
of
say
it.
men's clothes.
You're like a website speed reader.
Yeah.
Whole website.
Here,
Man, they must have
clothing.
one page.
Here's what it says for clothing. Dresses,
Right.
jackets and blazers, skirts, nothing about men.
Ann Taylor was a classic women's store, right, Marjorie?
Yes, absolutely.
It's been around for a long time.
She has.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Like Burberry. Except Burberry has men's clothes, too.
Paul, your hands up.
Ann Taylor Woodhawk.
Oh, my God.
Oh, I'm sorry, Rosie.
Paul, I think that's a fair question.
Wait a minute.
Was
Hawk and I share the same computer. There's like, I'm not joking. There's like multiple things in this cart. Hawk,
In the cart.
these are women's clothing.
Look at that.
Yeah, right.
That's a blazer.
It's women's clothing.
blazer.
There's no way that's for a woman. Look how it's cut. You can't get jugs in there.
Oh, my God.
Of milk.
Marnie, give him the look.
Oh, yeah, if milk made it better.
That helped. That helped. Shops at Ann Taylor.
Well, darn them.
Oh, man, this show's
Well, you
dumb.
haven't bought me anything in a while, so if you are shopping for me,
Well, just
You know what?
pick something
bought
out of
you a
the
sweet
cart.
hat
I'd
and
prefer you go to
threw it away.
Nordstrom.
Or Shields.
Yeah.
Not Ann Taylor.
Yeah.
Find me some Veronica Beard.
Here, I'll go back to AnnTaylor.com. Pick something out of the cart he has. He'll order it for you.
Oh,
All right.
man.
What happened to the sweet hat I bought you? That's what I thought.
It's in the drawer. I think.
It's
Didn't we
definitely not in my
rebox
drawer.
it and put it into the filing cabinet?
It's definitely not in my drawer.
Oh,
You tossed it, didn't you?
poor Hawk.
No, I did not.
It's a sweet hat.
Destroying it was the smartest play.
How dare you?
It looked like it was cursed.
It was definitely not cursed. It's a sweet hat. Look good on you.
I forgot about that.
That's questionable, but
I wonder if Jonathan Greenard ever listens to the show before he's on and just goes, nah.
Yeah.
No
Hard
thanks.
pass.
One of those guys shops at Ann Taylor.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's a ladies'
I
store.
can't decide if you guys are messing with me or not.
It's 100% a ladies' store.
Well, you're 100% a lady in your pants.
Oh, that's pretty
What
cool.
do you think of that?
Do your pants match? I haven't seen what you're wearing for pants. Do
they're
they
Yeah,
match the
what
rest of
color-
your outfit?
What color are
Wearing
your
shorts.
panties?
They're just my panties. I don't know. You bought them for me at Ann Taylor.
Yeah, well, they had extra
Got it.
extra large.
Okay. Yep. I know. I'm huge. Thanks. You shop at Ann Taylor, but I'm fat.
You just said a sentence. That's all.
I get it. I use the roof of the Metrodome as underwear. I know. I get it.
You're very
Okay.
thin and you look great.
You look great.
And I'd kiss you if,
And your sweatshirt matches your hat.
if your breath wasn't so bad.
Headlines next, then Jonathan Greenard in like 15,
Thankfully.
20 minutes. This is the Power Trip Morning Show with Mark Rosen and Marnie Gellner on the Fin.
Inflation Vacation is back on KFAN. We have 9 chances for you to win $1,000 every weekday. That's every hour from 9 a.m. till 5 p.m. To enter the keywords and learn more, head to KFAN.com. Inflation Vacation is powered by 2 men and a junk truck.
Thank you, Maxo. That's your morning show. Jonathan Greenard will join us. I don't know, about 5 minutes, maybe 7 minutes from now. We'll talk to the Vikings defensive star about Sunday Night Football. 2 losses in a row, losing Darisaw, and much, much more. We're your Minnesota Vikings morning show, and you can look at us if you want to watch us do radio at KFAN.com/watch. There's
Get used to
Rosie.
disappointment.
Yeah, there's Corey right there on the camera now. That's me and that's Max. So there's Derek back there behind me. There's Marnes and there's Mark Rosen. You can just decide which one's which. And there he is. The man, the myth, the legend. Bigfoot's younger brother.
whoa.
Me?
Meets us, Paul Lambert.
Man, did you guys do the story yesterday? No, I didn't really pay attention to it, but I think I'm right. There's a guy that wants one of the state's state animals to be Bigfoot.
So you're saying there's a guy somewhere
No, like
Who
he's like in
wants-
charge. Who could like make that happen?
he's in charge of.
So a governor?
Yes,
A governor of a
I
state
think
wants
it's
to make
Utah.
Bigfoot the state animal?
Yeah,
I mean, that's really dumb, but
Sweet jacket.
haven't we done the story in the past where
What
it's like,
website are you
what is it?
And Taylor.
The congressional candidate
yeah.
from Idaho.
Yeah.
Idaho.
No,
Utah.
Okay, but haven't we talked in the past that like,
I thought he was a governor from.
isn't the is it Iceland or Greenland or Ireland or somebody like the unicorn is the national animal?
Yeah.
Scotland,
It's Scotland. Yeah, that's what really matters we've done. Yeah,
it's ridiculous. So, I mean, why not? I guess if Idaho wants to turn Bigfoot into the state animal, who cares? Right? What's our state animal? Is it the loon?
The loon.
Yeah.
Boring.
Animal.
That was the beaver.
It just never ends, Marnie.
Now it's time for headlines.
Headlines brought to you by my friends at Wolf River Electric. Go solar if you want to get turned on. Get those solar panels. Wolf River Electric. They're awesome.
Hey, Sauce, I don't do it well. Will you give me because I just said something and they just dismissed it. Would you go, oh, I'm sorry?
No, I'm sorry.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I don't do it very well.
All right, somebody Google this. A woman in Minnesota was recently arrested for sheep rustling. R-U-S-T-L-I-N-G.
Can you describe
Rustling.
the
I've heard of cattle rustling, but not sheep rustling.
Button bar.
I've heard of Jello wrestling.
Wrestling or rustling?
Rust. R-U-S-T. Rustling.
Yeah, cattle rustling.
So, a woman in
don't
Minnesota
know.
was arrested for sheep rustling.
Oh, yeah. Well, that explains a lot.
What the hell does that mean?
I don't know.
Stealing.
Livestock
sheep?
theft. Yes.
Yeah, man.
Felony.
Sauce.
I'm going to say no, Sas.
Your hand
I'm
is
going
up.
to say no.
Oh, yes.
It was our guy, Booker T. Hodges.
Woodhawk.
That was the guy we had in here, right?
What about him?
He was. It says in the story. It says in a YouTube video titled "Rustling is Still a Thing." Bloomington Police Chief Booker T. Hodges begins by saying, "I'm going to talk to you about a crime that city dwellers don't often talk about."
I love him. That guy's my favorite. Booker Hodges, man. Remember he was in here?
Yeah, he did the After Party podcast when that was still a thing.
What happened to that?
Well, it was getting like a gazillion downloads a month, and then, hang on. It is Tuesday. This is my day to complain.
Bonus.
A woman injured multiple people after she crashed a golf cart into a crowded restaurant in Florida. But
She's blind.
she was not drunk.
No. Come on.
Rosie, any thoughts on a gal crashing a golf cart into a crowded restaurant? But
Did
sober?
she L4? I mean,
that's
was there a
pretty good,
golf
Rose.
ball there? And
Whoa.
I have no comments
Lady
because
drivers.
Hey, Rosie.
Am I
Marnie is
right?
giving me the evil eye.
Hey, Rosie, why don't you tell Marnie what you think about female drivers?
I love them.
Oh, you love
Button
them?
bar.
You love them?
Button bar.
Yes. Better than some of these. Never mind. I will say
Imagine what the end of that sentence might be.
What slur was that about to be?
Oh, man.
So much funnier that you stopped and didn't say it.
There are a lot of angry men out there. A lot of angry men driving. Max? What do you think I was going to say?
Who knows? Everybody gets to fill in the blank now.
I know. Well,
Everyone
I'm just saying,
thought of something now, so we're
something
all the real
different.
criminals.
But they were all male
We're all going to say
related.
what we thought on the count of three.
One, two, three.
I'm going to let Max go first.
There's just a lot of angry people on the road, and man, they need help.
Yeah, that's why I just stay home.
I know.
Especially when Sauce is texting and driving.
I don't do that much anymore.
Better not.
Can't do it with a kiddo. Got to put that phone away.
no.
I know. I will not.
42%. Let's see if it. I mean, this. I think this is easy as hell. But let's just see if we can guess it. They polled airplane passengers and had them answer what is their number one must-have travel item when they're on a plane. What is the one thing you have to have?
Noise canceling
Headphones.
headsets.
Headphones.
Yes.
Headphones. You say neck pillow.
No, I want to change it.
Headphones.
Sounds like
42% say headphones. How is that not
100%.
99%?
Correct.
It's got to be. You gotta make it abundantly clear to your fellow Americans that you have no interest in talking to them.
Yeah.
No interest.
Mostly listening to them.
Oh, that's the worst.
When you
Who's
can't
the
get
them
away.
we're talking about here now?
Yeah. Oh, my God.
Rosie, relax.
You're on a tear.
Now he's going to pivot and say angry white men. nice try, Rosie. We're not falling for this.
Wow.
Those angry white guys. That's what I'm talking about. People in a California city are trying to fight a library review board that has restricted books on topics like puberty, potty training to an adult-only area because they have references to bodily functions.
Oh, my God. Hideous.
Yeah, restricting books is stupid.
It's worked so well in the past.
Yeah, it sure
There's
has.
so much other. Yeah.
Everybody poops.
Rage Against the Machine nailed
Not
it.
anymore.
Right.
Weapons.
Yeah. Like, if you're reading Mein Kampf to take notes, that's different than reading it to just understand history.
Correct.
You're allowed to read it, right? We shouldn't ban that book. It's a terrible,
not.
terrible book, but we shouldn't ban it.
No.
Walked a corner to the rubble. There used to be a library. It's a mine cemetery now.
Exactly. See? Why don't we just listen to more Rage Against the Machine?
Oh.
They're raging against the machine.
Yeah.
Are we all here against the machine?
We may be living in the machine. What if this is
Paul, are you against the machine?
Yeah. I think so. I wasn't really paying attention.
In school?
Oh, just in general, in life.
Marnie, are you still here?
Yeah.
You got no comment, do you?
No, she's
I
just
Marty loves the machine.
don't
she's
rage.
upset with Rosie.
in
Don't
general,
upset with
yeah.
me. I didn't say anything negative.
He
about
asked me to drive him home.
Wow.
So weird.
That's a little weird.
On a golf course.
On a golf cart.
Golf
Yeah.
court.
Court.
Sports.
Remember Giselle was married to that quarterback guy?
We were talking about her last week.
He's having a baby.
He said her name.
What?
I don't know if I get that joke. Anybody get that reference that Zach's bringing up?
What did he say? I'm sorry, I interrupted.
Was that supposed to cover the podcast?
Oh, I get it.
Oh.
I get it now.
Oh, got it. That took me a second. In fact, I didn't get it at all until you gave it away. People say that Giselle now are People Magazine, not just people.
Oh,
People are
Greenard
saying
magazine, right, Hawk?
I love that magazine.
that Giselle is pregnant by her jiu-jitsu instructor.
Yeah.
Oh.
There you
Right,
go.
the guy that. Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah.
Wasn't that the guy that she was like, I'm not leaving Tom for this guy?
I don't know.
I think it was.
I don't know I don't know. Who's
Well,
Giselle?
I hope they're happy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good for her.
How is she? Mid 40s?
Yes.
44.
44.
Is she too
Dilated?
old?
Rosie, your thoughts?
What was your question?
Is
asked
Giselle too old to have a kid at 44? What is your thought on that?
I would say no, that she's cleared it with her doctors. I mean, she's got checked out her health and all that. No. I mean,
She doesn't have access.
she doesn't have access. I'm a little surprised. You know, most times I think I really don't want to have another baby, but you know, it's her personal choice. What the hell, who cares?
There is a new movie coming out called The Carpenter.
Okay, this could be good. Let's hear it.
It is so much weirder than you think.
All right.
And yes, it is about Jesus, but it's
I thought
about
it was about Karen.
Nope, not that Karen Carpenter, the other Carpenter. It is about an orphan named Orrin
Okay.
who discovers MMA
Yep.
while working as Jesus's carpenter apprentice.
Okay.
And then it sounds like Jesus kind of takes over as his motivator for his MMA career.
Yeah.
What?
So it's
Is this
a
a
little,
real script?
I mean, what? So Jesus and MMA apparently, and it's out this Friday. It's called The Carpenter, and it's not a comedy.
What?
Not a comedy.
Is it animated?
I don't think so.
Is it based on a true story?
Remember the anal retentive carpenter on SNL? It was oh god, I can't think of his name. And every scrap, like he'd cut something with a saw, and then he'd take the scrap and he'd put it in a brown bag, and then he'd fold over the bag, and then he'd staple it, and then he'd put that inside. I was cleaning. No,
I do not remember
Do
that.
not remember that at all.
At all.
Oh,
no.
Marty.
That's weird.
Nope. I don't know how I missed that either.
Yeah.
I'm Googling it. Anal retentive carpenter.
Oh, you know what? While you're doing that, I believe the phone's ringing. I bet our special
Let's
guest.
hope
Yeah,
so.
it was Phil Hartman.
I don't remember that.
How could I not know about that? If
No
it was
kidding.
Phil Hartman? That's unbelievable.
Phil's one of the goats.
Yeah, sure is.
Yeah, he's top 5. No doubt about it. We good back there? Speaking of top 5, welcome to the show, ladies and gentlemen. Every Tuesday, Jonathan Greenard, Minnesota Viking.
Hey.
Hello, Jonathan. How are you today?
I'm good. How y'all doing?
We're
Good.
doing very, very
Excellent.
well. Thank you for calling in, as always. As we get ready for Sunday Night Football, I'll get things started as we look forward as opposed to looking backwards. Does it matter to you that it's a Sunday Night Football game? Does it change anything for you as a player?
Yeah and no. I think the only thing that probably changes is like that day of, like, what do you do as opposed to a 12 o'clock game as opposed to a night game as far as breakfast and what you pretty much eat, because I'm a guy that, you know, if we got an early game, I make sure I don't eat too much. I eat enough. But, you know, if we have a night game, I can eat as much as I want for breakfast, and that way it can kind of hold me over to midday and I get a little snack or something before the game. So, yeah, I think that's probably the only thing. But outside of that, no, I still ball. So I love it either way.
The Colts head coach said basically every option is on the table for who starts at quarterback. Both are different. One moves in the pocket and one stands completely still. How do you game plan for that?
Well, first and foremost, we really worry about the run game, number one. I mean, I feel like they're one of the better offensive line groups in the league when you pair them with JT as running back, so I played them, obviously, they were in my old division, being with Houston for the past 4 years, so very familiar with them and what their MO is about. And they're really trying to run the football, and when they need to, they'll make those passing plays, obviously, and that's obviously up for the debate right now, but we're going to game plan for both, honestly. I would believe and say so. I mean, Flacco, obviously, is a little older, so he'll stay in the pocket, go through his reads and make those type of plays. AR do the same things at times. However, he'll be more willing to run, obviously, if he doesn't get that read or pressure gets upon him, stuff like that. So, yeah, you kind of already know that there's a glaring difference between the two. But, yeah, we'll definitely be preparing for them. But first and foremost, you have to stop that run.
Hey, Narda, good morning. It's Marnie. Quick non-football question for you because it is Halloween week and you have a 1-year-old child. Are you guys doing a family costume theme? Is she into any of the decor? Does she really even get it yet? What's the Halloween vibe like?
She doesn't really get it yet. Me and my wife were literally just talking about that as far as, how much we want to go in for it just because, she'll remember, obviously, want to do it. But yeah, it was definitely topic of discussion, just trying to figure out, what should we do? She can definitely be in a cute costume. We haven't really figured out too much. And obviously, it's right around, I think it's 2 days. So, if anything, we'll make a decision today and probably do something. But, yeah, I mean, it's whatever she wants. She's been having, a little Halloween pajamas on around the house, going to sleep and stuff, playing with toys and stuff. So, honestly, I believe she'll play with anything. Honestly, if it's a toy or not, Halloween, she wouldn't know the difference. So, we'll just keep her entertained as long as we can until she decides that she doesn't want to play with that toy. So, but yeah, it'll be fun regardless.
Jonathan, what are the kind of the talking points that Brian Flores has been in general just been going over to try to exert more pressure on the quarterback like you guys did so successfully the first 5 games, the last 2, watching Jared Goff and then Matthew Stafford, not have that sort of pressure that you guys had exerted in the first 5 games?
Yeah, people like to talk about that a lot. They see the pressures and all that stuff, but, within those first 5 games, people were still trying to figure out what was going on. Mm-hmm. They couldn't make those decisions on the fly, but you look at these past 2 games, I mean, it's 2 of the quarterbacks who get the ball out the quickest in the NFL. I'm pretty sure Matt Stafford, there were times we take 2-3 steps and the ball was gone. So that number could get skewed if you're just looking at stats on the paper instead of, watching the game, just looking at different plays that we call, just what we're trying to attack. People see that and think that, there was no pressure. Well, the kid is getting the ball out in less than 2 seconds. So I would hope, if somebody's getting pressure on that, then, hey, we need to, and then he come take my spot then if they're going to come get him in less than 2 seconds. So, but it has still definitely been a point of interest for us when we do get those opportunities where he's sitting back there. And they're not much. It's the simple fact of you have to capitalize on the opportunities. Because myself, I'm either going to get chipped, they're going to try to find some of the influential eyes on either side, to make it to where we just can't tee off and go after their quarterback. But yeah, knowing that is a point of emphasis every team is going to be on to get the ball out quick, to try to make sure that we don't get in these checks or get in our defense to make them have to adjust to us. That's the answer to it. I've seen so far is we get a lot of quick screens. And, pretty much they know where they're going with the ball already, and then just kind of letting that develop and getting the ball out as soon as you can get to your rush. So we're going to continue to work as if we are going to get those opportunities. You never know when they're going to come, but when they do, just got to make it. So I'm making that a point of emphasis on myself as well to finish. Obviously I've been getting back there, but I just have to bring them down. And I'm harder on myself than anybody else. I know I got to get that down. I know that everybody's expecting me. I'm expecting myself to make that plays, make those plays. But yeah, we're definitely going to keep working at it, and then the sacks will come.
So, Jonathan, the last time we had you on, we were talking about how the previous game, you seemingly were getting better as the game was going on, right? 3rd and 4th quarter, you kind of started to dominate. And then in the news this week, the opposite, right? Anthony Richardson taps out because he got tired. So he's 22 years old. I know he's a quarterback that was running around on the couple previous plays, but just as an NFL player, can you even remotely relate to wanting to tap out and just say this is crunch time, but I'm exhausted?
Well, it's a little little bit different. He's the quarterback, so it's tough. Two things. I mean, they're not physically exerting the most energy out there like we are D linemen. So, he doesn't get that necessarily that luxury. I mean, I truly understand he's still human at the end of the day. So people get tired. Would I have admitted that? Probably not. But at the same time,
Right.
I do understand that there's a standard that has to be upheld when you are chosen to be in this NFL when you wear that shield. So that can't happen. I'm a D lineman, so it's different for us. We can go get a sub, come out of play, and then we're back in the next class. We're fighting 300-pound linemen. I mean, I'm pretty sure he's already kicking himself in the head, or somebody already talked to him about making that type of comment. But no, just physically just tapping out. I've never done that. I've never seen it happen. Like I said, he probably thinks that it was just a quick little breather, like he's like everybody else, and thinking that he'll get that luxury. But brother, you're the quarterback. It's tough. It's hard for you to get that. But it's a learning experience. I know he's probably sitting there embarrassed about it as much as everybody else is for him. But yeah, I know for a D lineman and a quarterback, we are on two different pages on different sides of the spectrum when it comes to that. So yeah, he's got to learn after that.
How is the locker room rallying around the loss of Christian Darrisaw?
Yeah, man, CD, man, he's one of the guys who's like that. He talks obviously a good bit, but he doesn't talk much, so people really know him. He just goes in and does his job. Doesn't really talk too much trash when he's out there. He's just trying to get his job done and plays vicious and brings that type of attitude that our offense and our team truly tries to embody. But, man, we know it's going to be a great comeback for him, man. We know that his story is already written. We just make sure he stays in good spirits, stays around the team so he does come back. He's going to become even better and play at a different level than he has already right now. He's such a good guy already. Everybody rallies around him. Everybody loves him. There's not one bad thing somebody could say about CD other than he might throw you out the club if you get too close to the quarterback one of those days in practice and stuff like that. But hate that it happens to him. But as we know, it's a part of the game. But we're definitely cheering him on and supporting him until he gets back.
Jonathan, good luck Sunday night against the Colts. We'll talk to you next Tuesday. Thanks, buddy.
Appreciate y'all. Have a good
Thanks,
one.
Jonathan.
Bye.
Jonathan.
Yeah, that's
the best, man.
I saw the video finally with Anthony Richardson tapping his helmet a couple times, and everyone's jumping all over him. He's only 22. I mean, it's a tough situation to be in, but it is like you can't do that. You can't walk off the field as the quarterback of the team because you're tired.
Flacco's 39 and Richardson's 22. So in Indiana, he could be his dad.
Wow.
Right, Chris?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
What's the big deal?
Yeah.
Hang on. In Indiana, he could be his grandfather.
Okay,
that's a stretch.
That's close, but yeah.
All right.
Yeah, it's a drag.
Greenard's the best.
Yeah, he's the best.
All right, more headlines. Here's a couple of things that I did not really know about. How about this one? Monday Night Football on December 9th. Don't care who plays, doesn't matter. It's going to air on Disney Plus and ESPN Plus.
Oh.
From the world of The Simpsons.
That's right.
So they're gonna animate it ish?
Yeah, that's
How
right.
are they gonna do this?
Just like they did with the Toy
Story stuff?
bit? Yeah.
So they're gonna turn it into The Simpsons on Disney Plus and ESPN Plus on December 9th.
That'll be great.
That could be
The
cool.
Simpsons are A+.
Yeah.
That could be weird.
Pretty cool.
Worth
Might
watching.
be worth checking out. We were just talking about David Fincher a little bit because he directed Zodiac. He might do an English language Squid Game series for Netflix.
Huh.
Anybody interested? I mean, it's Fincher.
Nah.
I didn't love that.
I watched one episode and moved on. The original.
I think I watched the whole thing, but I don't remember.
I think
But now that we know what it was
at me because I didn't keep watching.
The shock value of seeing something like that.
Yeah.
Do you sequel it knowing you don't have the shock value?
Yeah,
You
probably,
gotta. Then it's just
a good point.
gross and heavy and a little overwhelming.
Yeah, right.
We talked earlier about how time flies, especially when it relates to kids. But how about this? Yesterday, already the 1-year anniversary of Matthew Perry's death.
Is that right?
Isn't that crazy? That was already a year ago, October 28th of 2023.
There's a lot of questions about that whole situation, too.
Yeah, I think are people in jail or going to jail?
I
or
think
something?
so, yeah.
Charges, I don't know.
Right. Too bad.
I didn't know ketamine was such a big problem until that a year ago. But it is.
I don't know if it's aired yet, but the family interview that they did with someone on the Today
Wasn't
Show.
it on 60 Minutes?
I don't know.
I think it was like Savannah Guthrie.
Yeah, today.
But I don't know if it aired and if we learned anything, I guess was going to be my question.
Yeah, I don't know.
Don't know.
So sad.
Jumanji 3 is coming to theaters in December of 2026.
Right
The first
on.
one was really good.
You love the
First
second
one was
too.
really good.
I
With
don't
Jack
remember
Black?
the second one.
There
but
was a
I
second
And The
remember first one.
Rock.
Martins, how great is it? A
saw
year
it,
or two
Hawk.
ago when Kristen
Yeah,
Wiig hosted
sure.
SNL and they were playing Ticket to Ride, but she didn't want to get Jumanji'd. Did you see that sketch? It was fantastic. Then Will
I watched
Forte
the
made a
episode.
cameo as well.
I don't remember that detail about it.
They're
Must
playing
not have
Ticket to
been that
Ride, and
great to
she
me.
doesn't like board games because she's always afraid to get Jumanji'd.
Yes, the whole skit was about. Okay,
Exactly.
yeah. Yes.
And then sure enough, she ends up being right because the train comes in at the end and Will Forte is the engineer.
Yeah, Will Forte's brilliant.
It was a
Love
slow
Forte.
burn,
Yeah.
if I could throw it back to
Sure.
SB. Oh, sorry, it was a slow build. Sorry, I had a pain in my shoulder bone there for a second,
Go
so
ahead.
it kind of threw me
no,
off.
No,
Piling
it's okay.
on.
No, she's piling on. But both those things are the same thing. I got robbed.
Okay, Cheryl.
I got robbed. Oh.
Cheryl got robbed.
Yeah, I know.
You
she-
got wronged. You were wrong.
Is that right?
That's right.
Is that right?
I have a feeling Zach's going to have a very strong opinion on the following story. This is a Zach story for sure. For years and years and years, people have complained when they go to McDonald's to get ice cream that the machine's not working.
Yeah, that's
Right. So much so, there's a website called McBroken.com. It's like, what is going on? Because they basically post, here's the ones that are currently down for the day. At any given time, about 10% of the McFlurry machines are down nationwide. That's crazy, right?
Yeah.
So it turns out the reason why they're always broken is not because that they're like terrible, terrible machines. It's just that not anyone can fix them. For years, they had a company named Taylor that was the only company allowed to fix them. They owned the exclusive rights, so McDonald's had no choice but to wait for an official Taylor repairman to swing by. But now, if you love McDonald's, and who doesn't, that's changing. After the U.S. Copyright Office weighed in, they said they granted an exemption that gives companies like McDonald's the, quote, right to repair those machines themselves and bypass digital locks. So starting this week, third-party companies can now show up and fix McFlurry machines nationwide. The rule went into effect. Yeah. So anyway, that's why they
Changes
were down
everything.
for so long.
What a world.
Is they had to wait for specific repairmen, and now they can hire anybody that can fix it as quickly as possible. So they'll still go down once in a while, but I guess the repair time going to be greatly decreased.
Yeah.
Are you
Zach,
guys regular McFlurry?
Who doesn't like a good cone, though, from
Yeah.
McDonald's?
I love them.
Correct.
The cones are elite.
Yeah.
But you go up there and you're like, I'm just here for the cone. And they're like, it's down. You're like, son of a bitch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come
Twist
back another
cone,
month.
excellent.
Do they still have twist cones?
I don't know if they still
I don't think
I
they
was
do.
just going to say the chocolate, even though it wasn't, I don't know if it was forever or limited or the chocolate cone was excellent.
I don't
have
remember
not
the last
seen
time
a chocolate cone in.
Same. I don't think it's been a twist cone in a
excellent.
long
Twist
time.
cones are great.
Zach, your thoughts?
Yeah, Daddy.
I think he's asleep.
Oh. My guess is that he was going to have a strong opinion on this.
I also don't have his mic turned on. Sorry, Zacho.
Yeah, there was a controversy, I think 3-4 years ago, where like a franchisee invented a way to clean the machines, and then they were cleaning them, and it was great, or fixing it, I should say, repairing.
I just got
And then unfortunately, McDonald's came in with this whole deal and said, no, you have to use our people. And so I think this has been a long, long story here that finally is coming to an end. But I'm hearing myself, by the way.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I just got a text from Rosie during that.
Oh, no.
no.
He said, yeah, he said the guy invented a way to clean the machines, hiring a lady.
Oh, my
Rosie,
Wow.
that's terrible. And I don't know why why'd you text that to me?
Yeah. You could just say it.
Could have just said it out loud.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
As long as she's not driving there.
See?
A golf cart.
Good callback.
Yeah. See? That's how it's done.
Yeah.
What
Call the
groups
golf
didn't
court.
you offend today, Rosie?
I
Jeez.
haven't barely talked today.
Oh, no, I don't. Did you offend Guardsy?
What?
Yeah,
Not
see?
yet.
Oh, the
just said
show's
guards.
done.
Sometimes I don't know what's
You just
happening.
said-
I
Guards.
just kind of then I made the whole hour.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, it happens sometimes.
Yeah, it does.
All right, Marnes, we'll see you on Friday with Nafisa Collier making her Power Trip debut
yeah.
and Initials debut on Friday.
That's going to be
Fee,
fun. She's
MV Fee.
awesome. And I have a lot of questions for her.
Is that right?
Yeah.
So she'll be here Friday 8 to 9, as will you. That'd be lovely.
Yes.
Rosie, we'll see you tomorrow.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
On with Common today as well.
I will be back with Common. Really wait.
I love you, Rosie.
Love you too. Good seeing you again.
Love you.
9 to noon is next. We're back tomorrow, 5:30 to 9 on the Fin.
Everybody have a wonderful day.
You too, Abba Dabba. Love you.